Okay, here we are with another trade. We're taking this long right now. If I can just break this down real quick. So we have these lows which are getting liquidated. These lows right here which are getting liquidated. We've seen some higher high structure come back into the market, right? As we came down, we bottomed here. Consolidation. Now we're just looking for this liquidation to finish and for bulls to come back into the market. Hopefully this low doesn't get broken during that process. But if we go through and we measure our structural low to our high, we're pulling just around the E1 section right there. So that's reason for our entry, while also being able to put our stop loss at the bottom of this whole range, at the low on the other side of this whole range. Our TP, as we are targeting, is the previous resistance right around here, which we're coming from, for about risk 1 for 4.7479. Yeah, we'll wait a bit, few hours. It is only 11:30 right now, so we're gonna wait, see how this tallies up. Do we need to adjust anything? See how this trade goes. Traders, what is going on? It is 2:40 a.m. right now. This trade right here is developing, so let me show you what's been going on. So this was the last setup that we had in. It lost. Then we had another position taken at 17. That position is right here. We have a position taken right there at 17.8. We are at that area of the TP that we were trying to get at before. Boom, so that's about risk 1 for 3.4. We can start exiting this position right now. As price is just continuing, like we already did clear this area, which is fine. We will see how much we can ride the wave. I just measured the swing low to swing high right here. Let me make it a little more visible. Swing low to swing high. We just popped down there. Now we're making new extreme pushes to the high. Yeah, now we're making new extreme pushes to the high. I'm just going to hold it out, see how it goes. But definitely, if price is to head back to this area and want to close below this 50% area, then we're going to look to close out on this price. But until then, just wait a little and we will be right back. So guys, here we are battling this resistance area that we had marked up before. Positions are not closed just yet. We have another few positions that we just added right here and right here as we just come back into the support and resistance area. So we're just going to wait a little, see how it develops. This is our final low. If we do come through and break this low, we will be exiting all our positions. And that would still be about risk 1 for 2.9222. But yeah, we're just going to wait on this, see how this develops, if we need to close the position, whatever the case. Okay guys, we are sitting at 74 right now. We are pushing, so even this right up there, 7R, we'll hold down. We'll see just how far we end up going. We're pulling up to this resistance area where we finally broke down into the lower low structure, so we can face some type of resistance, some type of issue around here too, right? We'll see how price deals with this from this really quickly. So you see that we came down to that 50% area of the swing, right? The center of gravity area, and we consolidated, we vibrated here for a little, and then we pushed out of that phase and we're going back into this extreme. So now that we're at the T2 level, the negative 0.61 level, we can start to get a little tiredness in the market, and maybe come back down to this area, you know, keeping our structure updated, knowing that we still have this 50% area. But yeah, so we did interact with that area. So by all means, I just want to watch the structure as it's breaking down on this lower time frame, see if there poses any reason to exit the market, or will I just continue to ride the position up. But let's just look at the MT4, what this is looking like. Boom, so it says we're up about 330 pips. We are pushing right now. Risk management tool, so I can keep everything hidden, the stop loss, all those stuff. Yeah, we'll continue to wait on this and let's see. Okay, so quick update on what is going on. We're still holding these positions. We entered another one right around here. We can see basically have this extreme area down here. I believe I mentioned this in the last one where we had that support broken through slightly, continued upward. So we go from measuring our swing low to swing high. Right, we have that 50% area, the center of gravity, where we consolidated around here, dipped a bit lower, form an extreme, and then we're pushing up to the upside. So same thing has the same thing has the room for happening as we go between this -27 and -61.8. We can start to consolidate or just have some degree of a pullback down to these levels, right? Start to consolidate a little before looking to reassess the situation. Will we make new highs, or are we looking to break the structure? Because we're getting clear uptrend structure right now. So if we start going against that, then we can look to close out on this trade or anything like that. Let's go up in time frame a little. Let's have a look at the 15. So I wanted to mark this off as well because I was seeing this on my phone. We are running into some past resistance, right? So we're breaking above this, and now we are going to run into this one shortly, right? So we'll just see how it deals with all this. I'll put this line up here because this is the top of the top. But yeah, so we have some confluence right around there between the resistance and the -61. So unless there's just really supreme strength in the price and price just skyrockets off, we can just see some consolidation, some slowing down in the price movement right around here. Maybe come back around here, consolidate. We have to see actually how large this range is. When we know how large the range is, we'll have our 50% kind of like this, right? From swing low to swing high, we have the 50%. So we kind of have our center of gravity area. Then we go swing low, swing high wherever it is, and we can pull back around that area. Have some type of denseness, consolidation, extreme push after, continuation of trend, or change of trend. But we have to mark it up. You see how we're staying up to date with what the market structure is and all of that. So let's go back to the 1 minute, delete that, it's not relevant right now. We are currently risk 1 for 4 on this. So this line that I had right here was the high. You can see if this is a week that we get new highs. Remember, this is the weekly time frame. Last week was a bullish candle, so we can expect to get bullish candles this week. Okay, so this is at last week's high, 32, and then we are still holding this position down here. Risk 1 for 8 when it was there, and we're aiming for about risk 1 for 15 on that one. And here is our position. So there is the high, 31.4, and here is a tricky area. See how price battles with this. This was the start of the move down, so this is just the range of this candle right here from low to the high. So we'll see how price battles with this. I'll stay up to date. I'll be here. That being said, this is just a quick update, and we'll catch this back up in a little. Let me just put this in real quick, because you can see we're just pulling down there, so I have room to add this in, swing low, swing high. And if price wants to come down, battle with these areas, cool, so be it. This position, our last position, is already well off in profit. We can do risk 1 to gain 3. Let me just mark off where that is. Okay, yeah, so risk 1 to gain 3 is right around that first red area, the 127. So let's leave that like that. Hey traders, what is going on? So I wanted to break this down really quickly before I went and slept, because it is like 4 a.m. something like that. So this is basically what I'm seeing. So we just interacted with the high, breaking to new highs right now. So new highs of the week. Go to the weekly time frame. Go to the weekly time frame. It's hard to see, but last week's high is right there. Right, so we're now peaking just above that. Going down into lower time frames, I went down to the 30 minutes because I was just moving up, looking more left. I'm trying to look more left to get more information. There's the last high of the week there, which we're peaking above. Go to the 30-minute time frame so we have a little bit more view, and I see these other 2 wicks around here. So this does seem like a strong area. I'll look to see if from the lower time frame we do lash back underneath this resistance. If we do, then we can be potentially seeing price fall back to the downside, and then I'll exit the position. The next little area of resistance I'd look for is this previous high around here. So we have a space from the last high of the week to the last previous high, which is right around there. That is about 20 pips or so. So just look out for that. I will stay monitoring the price on the lower time frame. We are overdue, I would say, or we can give reason for some type of consolidation pullback happening in the market given this long push up. But yeah, that being said, we did come into this TP area, right? I have an alert set right here in case we do come into this area. I'll be interested in closing out these positions, just depending how the market structure forms and all those things. But I am going with this whole bullish run right now. We'll see how the momentum plays out. If the momentum fades, we're looking to exit really, right? If this momentum is to continue, we can see price breaking past the previous high of the week right here and up to the new highs and see if the momentum would like to continue. Traders, what is going on? It is the next morning. Going to close this trade on GJ right now. We have been having some consolidation recently right here, right? Like I said before, we peaked above the weekly high area and just consolidating. So I'm just going to go in and lock in these closes. There we go. You did not just see those, but we are now trade free. We took that from the top right there, right around there, let's say. So we pulled from these two ideas about 16.5 and 8.5. So those are pretty good, right? We can always let this redo its thing and then grab another position later. That being said, I will catch you in the next. I'll probably hop into another trade on this and just let that do its thing for a bit. That being said, guys, I will catch you in the next video. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch the next trade later. Peace.